Finding the perfect factory is not as easy as one might think. Even though there are so many good factories out there, so many perfect manufacturing facilities, it's not as easy to find one as you would guess. The reason why is that people kind of don't really want to tell anyone where they produce. It's like if they found this amazing place on earth and they want to keep it for themselves. So nobody really wants to tell anyone where they produce. And actually I think it's a bit weird. I think if you know a good place, then share with other people. So how do you find the perfect factory? It's a good question. Of course I would start asking all the people you know. Do you know anyone in the fashion business that might tell you anyway? Do you have good friends? Obviously they would hopefully tell you. If you can't find anyone or you don't know anyone in the clothing business, what do? You start Google. Google is an amazing tool, everyone knows that. And nowadays it's much easier finding good factories than it was maybe 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, the factories didn't have good websites. Now they have good websites. Lots of factories are super professional in the way to approach clients. So start Google. What to Google? I would say maybe if you're looking for a jeans manufacturer and you narrowed it down to maybe Turkey, go with jeans manufacturer Turkey or good t-shirt supplier Portugal. It's pretty simple. And you will find lots of hits. So start reading, start finding websites, looking at pictures, just get as much information as you can and try and do a list. Narrow down to a few because obviously you can't visit or you can't call all factories. So maybe narrow down to, let's say, 5 good factories and call them up. Go on the phone, Skype, email them. In general, just call them, talk to them, see how they communicate. Because production is a lot of things, but one thing that needs to work is communication. If you're not able to communicate with the factory, you have no chance of getting a good product. So call them, ask a lot of questions, try and figure out, can they actually produce your product? Are you a perfect match? Do they fit your needs, your products? About the location of the factory, I would say if you are a newly established brand or not a huge brand, I would say it's a good idea to find a factory close to you. But the other thing is that the closer the factory is, the more likely you are to not have a language barrier. There's a bigger chance that you might speak the same language. And since production is all about communication and trust, it's very important that you are able to talk to each other, email each other and understand each other. And I would say if you're from Europe, if you are from the US, I think there's a bigger chance that a European manufacturer will understand your designs. I'm not saying it's impossible to work with a factory in the Far East. You can, if you want to save money and have big quantities, go there. But there will be more hassle and more time explaining the product, the design, how should it look. To sum up, I would say start narrowing down the amount of factories to call. 2, 3, 4 factories. Call them, email them, ask them lots of questions. I think that's it for now, but it's not difficult finding a factory, honestly. So go online, ask friends, and you will find one.